This is Goku-san DBZ, and welcome back to a new Top 10 list on Top 10 Weekend. And this week, as I promised, will be Top 10 pop songs to check out. Now, this will be both pop, also considering for this also will be pop rock crossover, and possibly like pop R&B. Like many genres, as long as it crosses over with pop music. Now, this is predominantly songs from not really very well-known artists or mild, well-known artists and stuff, but the song itself is not very well-known. So keep that in mind. And first honorable mention, I will be doing 3 honorable mentions before I start the top list. Okay, first honorable mention is from the band, pop rock band, Lifehouse, and the song is called Blind. Next honorable mention is called Beautiful Sound, the Newsboys. And not as well known as the cover, but the other honorable mentions is by the respected band Depeche Mode, and the song is called Stripped, which of course Rammstein did cover and became actually more well known, at least here in America. Coming in at number 10. It's from the band Highs, and it's called Close Talkers. Yeah, I wrote the letter. It's a little small, so I had to get a little closer to read it. But yes, interesting crossover song, I will say, between different elements from different, but predominantly pop music, by very much an indie band that's not very well known. But you should check out the song sometime. Check out the band Highs. Coming in at number 9 is called Everything, from the band Lifehouse. Now, the first time I ever heard this song actually was in the very end of the pilot episode of Smallville. So that tells you this song was quite a few years back now, like around 2002 or so. Is when that song was released. And it's hard to believe that song's like 15 years old now. Coming in at number 8 as another interesting song. It's called Free and Brave, and it's by the band Con Brio. Another indie band, which I highly recommend you check out if you ever get a chance. Their style is a little different than traditional mainstream style of pop music. Coming in at number 7 is by the formerly pretty well-known band in the early 2000s, the Russian pop duo called Tattoo. Now, this song came off of their second studio album in 2004. Good song, and sadly, their second album was not very successful in America. The first one was only because they pretended to be like a lesbian couple and stuff. They helped boost sales to cause controversy, because, as we all know, controversy creates cash. And they learned this, did it, and their debut album sold here in America around 3 million copies. Second album sold like less than 1 million copies, so that says their second album isn't nearly as well known, and a lot of songs aren't as well known. But to me, this is easily one of the best songs of the album, but it's one of the less well known songs. It's called Friend or Foe. Really good song, and I highly recommend, if you have a good chance, to check out Tattoo's second studio album. Check out Friend or Foe, but there's many other good songs on the album. But to me, this was the first song that stood out to me from the album. And I like the little bit of elements of like electronic in some parts of it. I think it was a very well executed song. Coming in at number 6 is by a British pop band. Not too well known, but this song came out in the mid-2000s. So it's about like probably 11 or 12 years old now. It's called Inside of Love. Nada Surf. Interesting name for a band, but yeah. That's the name, and seriously, it's a good song. The music video is interesting, to say the least. It's a little different than your traditional like pop videos, but I like the sound, I like the style, and I think the song is really good. Coming in at number 5 is from a somewhat mildly known, at least in the mid-2000s, he was pretty well known for his songs Superman, as well as his song 100 Years. Like, she looks back, it's supposed to be like a 100-year-old man, and reflects back on different things in different times in his life as he gets older in the song. It's a really good, powerful song, but this is one of his less well-known songs off the exact same album as 100 Years. The song is called The Devil in the Wishing Well. It's a really good song. It's beautiful. Great music in this. I mean, there's really great guitar music in this song. And that's one thing I really like. Not guitar music, but really good piano music. And I appreciate good piano music. And, well, let's just say it's kind of expected me to appreciate good piano music given outside of YouTube, like my mother has a degree in piano. So it's only natural that I enjoy and appreciate piano music. But to me, some of the I wish like more pop and like rock artists would use piano music in their general music. As you hear the music right now in the background, there's definitely piano elements and stuff to it. And seriously, if you ever get a chance, check out Pfeiffer Fine in general. Check out his music, it's good. And especially check out The Devil in the Wishing Well. Coming in at number 4 is a song called Dust. And it's done by the band Halos. Dust, seriously. First time I heard this song, I was like, this is definitely good. I can't really describe the overall style to the music. It's very different than most pop music, especially different than the mainstream pop music of today. But the instrumentals and style, and even the somewhat interesting style, the way they do the voices, has a little bit of an eeriness to the sound, but it's really good and solid overall music. And that's the thing I tell people. If you don't like most mainstream pop music, which I don't, you need to check out the indie scene in pop or crossover pop rock and stuff. Trust me, the indie scene in pop music, as well as rock and metal, is a really good place to get to listen to new music. That's the thing I tell people. You need to broaden your horizons. Check out many different styles of music, especially the indie scene. Just like indie movies are really good. You have to be a little more open-minded to the less well-known, and just sometimes surf around on YouTube or on, heck, also surf around on things like Pandora, and you'll discover really good new music. Coming in at number 3 is called Dance Tonight by a very well-known British artist, mainly because he was one part of the most highly regarded rock band of all time. And of course that band being the Beatles. And this song, Dance Tonight, was released in 2007 by Paul McCartney. And yes, I know Paul McCartney is really successful in general. Dance Tonight, however, did not do very well in the American Billboard charts. It was, however, a top hit. It cracked the top 10 of the Hot 100 British Billboard charts and European Billboard charts, but this song unfortunately did not do very well here in America. But it's a really good song, but I expect nothing less of the amazing Paul McCartney, or rather Sir Paul McCartney. But seriously, you should check out some of his solo music outside of the Beatles. He's done a lot of great work over the years. I mean, he's done multiple albums. But this song, I think, definitely since the 2000s, I think personally this is his best song he's done. I've been listening to his solo music for years and years since I first was introduced to Beatles back in the early 90s, which I love the Beatles. But seriously, check out Dance the Night from Paul McCartney. Coming in at number 2, In My Arms by the pop artist Plum. This was off her third studio album. Her second studio album felt more like a rock album. Her first album was definitely pop. Her third album is definitely pop, but her second album was more rock, which the name of that album was called Catholic Resolve. But this song is really, really good. Seriously, if you appreciate music of one band that's not too well known like We Are the Fallen, if you appreciate band in particular like bands like Nightwish or Within Temptation, and of course Evanescence and others, you will appreciate, I feel, Plum. Definitely, if you're a fan of Amy Lee and stuff like that, I think you will appreciate the vocalist of Plum. And this song is really a good example of her softer side. Is definitely one of her best songs, hands down. Coming in at number 1 is by the band called Moon. And this is a really great pop rock song from the indie scene again, called I Got a Fever. Really good song. I love this since the very first time I ever heard this song. But seriously, I'll get ready to cut this video, but I hope you enjoyed the top 10 pop songs to check out. And seriously, you get a chance to check any of these songs out I mentioned, please do. You will not regret. If you appreciate less well-known music, then I think you will definitely appreciate some of these songs. I especially highly recommend Dust from Halos and I Got a Fever from Moon. As well, it's a few others like The Devil and the Wishing Well, Five for Fine. And anyways, next week I will be doing another video game top 10, just so you know. I'm trying to bring the list out so I can tell you what it is. Next week is going to be my personal top 10 favorite Sega Dreamcast games. Because, in case some people out there in YouTube land don't know, the Sega Dreamcast is my second favorite game console of all time. Which, by the way, I'm announcing this weekend into next weekend is going to be Sega Dreamcast Week. Which means all playthroughs and game reviews I do over the next week through next weekend is going to be only Sega Dreamcast games. Just so you know. And the next video game review I have will be a Sega Dreamcast game. But not a Sega Dreamcast game. It's going to be Sega Dreamcast Street Fighter 3 Double Impact is the very next video game review coming to you. Not only for Sega Dreamcast, but a Street Fighter game review on top of it. So, I hope you stay tuned for that, and some game playthroughs. I'm going to be doing this over the next week from the original Soul Calibur from the Dreamcast, of course. As well as expect maybe at least another playthrough of the original Marvel vs. Capcom. And also I'm going to be working soon on Marvel vs. Capcom 2 game review. So look forward to that. And I'll see you all next time. Same YouTube time, same YouTube channel. And yes, I'm working on another Street Fighter review for today. So you can stay tuned for Chapter 19 of Street Fighter The Ultimate Edition.